Do you think we break
Oh,
1,000 null
yeah.
talismans this tournament for Storm Spirit?
That's actually a very good stat. Knoxville, if you're listening, or if somebody knows Knoxville, please get him to open his crazy statistic website and figure out how many null talismans we've had for Pro Series. That's an excellent question, Ricky. We
Yeah,
don't give you enough credit. Somebody give this man a raise.
I've been asking for one for a long time.
Like a true American. It's rough out here.
I'm sorry, but we don't care. There's nothing you can do about it.
All right, Gyrocopter picks up here on Osmium. Relatively defensive support duo between the Grimstroke and Undying. I think you wanted an offlaner to round this one off that pairs up a little bit nicer with the Grimstroke. But the number one that comes to mind previously would have been the Sand King. That hero has completely fallen off since 7.31C. Got hit with way too many nerfs, in my opinion.
Yeah, this is what I just don't understand about this patch. This patch looks like they literally designed it in like an afternoon board meeting where they're just like, all right, people are complaining about a patch before the major. Throw some numbers out. Let's throw them in the game and call it good. Like it just like so many of them are just
me bored.
There's just so many like knee-jerk reactions to some of these heroes that are just like so over the top, like so heavily nerfed. And then like someone in that board meeting is like a massive fan of Storm Spirit, and they're like, "Hey, what do you guys think about this, Ben?" And then that guy's like, "No, no, no, this hero's not strong." And they're like,
It was
"All right."
Blitz, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Blitz was in this board meeting. I knew it.
It's very weird. There's some very weird changes in this update.
No.
Like Bloodseeker's Ags on paper, I was like, this might be good. Clearly nobody tested it because it's still terrible. It's still awful. If you played one game and you bought the Bloodseeker Ags with the new update and you're like, let's see if it's any good. It's not.
Hey, that is a high risk, low reward play. You head in, use Blood Rage and Blood Mist on yourself, and you're losing like a significant portion of your max HP per second.
So it is magic damage to yourself now instead of pure damage, whereas it was.
Yeah, it's still doing a significant amount of damage to yourself when you use both these on you, and then you just run into the team fight, and then you pray you get a kill, and if you don't, you die very fast.
Yeah,
but then you start healing up.
The fun fact is that the self damage still pierces BKB.
That's actually pretty neat.
Yeah, whereas it doesn't, of course, pierce BKB on enemies. So you just hurt yourself without doing any damage. It's very funny.
I wonder if like Mage Slayer support or offlane Bloodseeker is viable now.
Don't worry, I tried it. It's not.
You tried Mage Slayer?
I literally went in theory crafted a bunch of Bloodseeker builds.
We're like the same person,
them, and they're all bad. There's not any. The only good Bloodseeker build is literally never buying Aghanim Scepter. So that's it. It's the only good one. You just do the classic like was it like treads into or like phase boots treads into like Maelstrom BKB shard basher. Yeah. That is it. Like that is like still the only viable build for the hero.
Yeah. So you missed the double rupture Aghanim Scepter?
That's more like the utility offlane, but I think that one's like very niche. It has to be like a really good rupture game, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Now you get it at level 25 instead. I missed the Aghanim Scepter giving you the 2 charges.
Yeah.
Those are the days.
I played it yesterday and I had like massive spell life steal and magic resistance to like make it to try and offset the damage being done and maximize the health gained. And I was like standing in the middle of 3 heroes and was like still dying. And I was like, okay, this sucks. This ability.
Dude, I've not been playing nearly enough Dota games lately. I've just been working. I need to fix that. I'll ruin some pubs after today.
You're welcome. Don't worry, everyone. They are unranked, I promise.
Mine are going to be ranked.
Oh, perfect.
I'm bringing everyone down with me.
Yeah, just what bracket are you in again? Is it like Archon or?
I cannot believe you. You are the worst person. I'm gonna get back into my divine. I'm gonna get back immortal. You'll see.
Don't worry, you're bringing them all down with you. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
Last pick anti-mage. That's a pretty good AM game. No real hard disables like outside of Storm's Vortex, but pretty easy to grab or to see.
Yeah. This one has been, I think, a little bit more popular right now, but
10 seconds.
It really limits what you're able to last pick. Like at the very least, you get to pick an offlaner into this one on the side of Osmium, assuming that they don't do anything crazy like Gyrocopter, Undying offlane, and things like Slardar are still in the pool. Do you think Slardar is viable here?
I think Slardar is like actually an okay pick, but I hate to say it again. Dude, I mean, I was gonna say, oh, you just go Viper, but like you actually just like can't even go Viper because you have no heroes that like play fast and you don't have stun.
Mhm.
Okay, the Legion.
Legion Commander. So it's another classic counter to the anti-mage. They decide to grab last here. I mean, I feel like this one is decent. You have some stuns that you can dispel. Blink Dagger is very valuable at jumping the backline, getting on top of these heroes. You can go for that Blade Mail build on the Legion Commander and do a lot of damage to alone. I don't mind this last pick tier. I think I'd probably prefer it to the Slardar. It is kind of surprising they went for this last pick anti-mage without getting rid of the Slardar and the Legion Commander, though. I gotta have a lot of confidence in this.
I mean, I would be confident in this. Like, it's a pretty nice AM game, even into the Legion Commander. So not that bad. Like you just get a Lincoln Sphere, and then then what? Like what do you do once Anti-Mage has Lincoln Sphere?
Pray they can get a Heaven's Halberd.
Yeah, you go Halberd, right? But by that point, it's like you break the Lincolns, he's gonna get the time to blink out usually. But yeah,
Usually.
I mean, either way, Draken should do well in the lane. I think that's the important thing. Like the lane is pretty okay for the Legion Commander. You do have Affliction on Snapfire, which is not like the strongest laning hero, but you know, Grimstroke Legion, I think that's pretty okay.
Yeah. So, who do you think say your favorite for this game is?
Like team wise, cosmetics,
team-wise.
heroes.
Yeah.
You said yeah.
Team wise.
Team wise. I'm like you said yes. All of the above.
Yeah.
All right, hold on.
Continue.
Let me draw the list here. I will say me personally, I would go. I'm gonna lean for Infamous, just on the anti-mage. I think it is still good enough this game.
Anti-mage alone. This guy hates magic on the cap with me. I personally love magic, which is why I'm going to say Infamous because they have less Shrek.
It sounds like a cop out, Neff. I don't know how I feel about that one.
All right, I'm gonna go with Osmium just to disagree with Ricky. I hate that guy. The most important part of this game is how many null talismans the Storm Spirit's going to go, and I have you down as 5. Do you stand by that?
Yeah, I stand by that. How many are you buying?
I'm at 3 for the Storm Spirit.
Wow, only 3.
Yeah.
This guy's clearly not
We're counting
caught up
total
with the
null
storms.
talismans, so if he sells the nulls and buys more later, like say that he has like 3, sells 2 of them, and then buys like 4 more, then that's a total of 7, I think.
Quick maths seems to check out.
Yeah. I'm just trying to do basic addition and subtraction. I'm still not confident in it. Please send help. Send me back to school, somebody.
Well, just a lot of XDs, some DXs. All the above. Some good stuff here.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
yeah, we could talk what people are going for their lanes and whatnot, but you sound like you had something else you wanted to discuss.
No,
it
that's
is
fine.
much more important than mine.
We can talk about Dota. That's fine. Yeah, that's cool. It's whatever.
The people are here for the Ricky and Neff podcast, right?
Mm-hmm. Pretty much.
Parker's slow to get out of his base. So we mentioned that Snapfire is a lot weaker of a laning here than it used to be. Looks like he's going to be rushing a Soul Ring against Legion. A little shred is a lot worse than it used to be, and if you go this against a Legion Commander, you kind of set them up to get like more Moment of Courage procs off onto people, which is usually what you're maxing out against an anti-mage, right?
Yeah, I think more often than not, you probably just go like 1-1-2 or 1-1-3. I would probably just leave 2 points of Moment of Courage and eventually like max out press the attack so you can find like gank and kill potential into the mid game. Because you still need to get an early Blink Dagger on this hero. Like you do have to get a Blink Dagger on the Legion this game to be able to like shut down the side of Infamous. It is a lot of that is going to be on this Legion's shoulders, which is what worries me. I think Infamous is
Draken's got very strong shoulders. He's known for that.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. Very powerful and broad, you know?
Lucky.
Jealous of Draken?
I mean, a little bit, man.
Panic.
Lots of voice lines from these teams. That's what I've learned today.
Unfortunately, none of them are dropping my voice lines. I'll have to wait until our next wildcard game for that.
Isn't wildcard done? Oh, no, they have one more series.
What would mean done? You think they're in last place? They ended in 9th?
No, they're first. They've already qualified.
Yeah? At 5-2 and 1, a total of 12 and 4.
Not bad.
Powerful gamers. Yeah. I mean, it makes sense. They were one of the strongest teams inside the DPC as well, right? They ended in 4th this season, and Quincy Crew were too afraid to participate. So obviously, Wildcard stronger than them.
Quincy Crew also only has 3 members right now. That might have something to do with it. Top lane Michael taking a lot of damage here.
Yeah. He's just gonna. Ooh,
I'm surprised. He actually held his decay for.
Oh my God, Michael, you are a psychopath for going back in like that.
Cat-U held his decay like the whole beginning of that engagement. I feel like if he just used decay slightly earlier, they actually just kill Michael.
I think he's holding it because he's waiting for like Oscar to come close and get the 2-man decay off and punish them for that one. But you're probably correct.
Yeah, nice positioning on the island. Doesn't want to give him the double decay, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I played with a support the other day in my lane who did not know what Undying was.
Which part? The tombstone, decay, or all of it?
All of it.
I'm very sorry for your loss. I imagine you did not win that game.
No, we did not. The Undying was where? Offlane? Drac?
Down bottom.
Oh yeah, he's fine. Okay. Top lane Oscar though? I'm just kidding, he's fine.
Is he?
Oh,
ooh, the movement, the dodge of that spear. Nice moves there by Cat-U. Dropping pretty low in all these lanes. The Observer's got his work cut out for him.
There's your tombstone, but looks like he's gonna be fine. Meanwhile, mid lane, first blood goes to Alone. What a gamer. The early tip is what really that's gotta hurt. He tips him before he even gets the kill. He's like, I'm killing you guys.
Yeah, already knows what's happening here. That's mental damage right there, man. Lane's gonna push in up in the top lane because there's tombstone down on the ground. So Cat-U's gonna have to pull. He'll be able to do this without getting interrupted, probably, though. Meanwhile, Anti-Mage's courier pulling out to the side shop on the Radiant side. It's probably gonna fly out across the map to him. He's just trying to get this Ring of Health as safely as possible. He doesn't see himself being able to go to the secret shop on the Dire side.
Yeah, not very that. Well, we say that, and it looks like he's just gonna be able to do it here in a moment. Well, he doesn't have the gold, so never mind.
Yeah. I wonder what he's going to do.
Cat-U sees his courier.
He's gonna. Yeah, he was hoping that he'd pick up the Ring of Health on it. He might just go for the one more. He's gonna die for this though.
Yeah, Michael gets a kill. Dude, the courier ends up scouting the guy trying to deny the tower. What a next level play, honestly, from Parker. Yeah, no one expected it.
That could have gone either way though, because if he ends up picking up the Ring of Health from the courier and the Undying kills it, then you're without your Ring of Health for a little while. Yeah,
that'd have been really bad. Parker ends up blinking over to the secret shop, gets his Ring of Health anyways, so lane will be a little bit easier for him going forward. We give him a touch back on the mid lane here in a little while, but of course Lesh into Storm. A very Lesh favored lane, even though he already has the first blood. It's typically something that goes the way of the Leshrac. That being said, Sabas has 19 CS still. Yeah.
I mean, why do you say this is so one-sided? Is it because of, playing Leshrac needs to hear that he needs to play fairly close to the lane like the Stormbeard, or the -1 armor on the Stormbeard in this patch?
I'm going to say that armor has literally nothing to do with it.
I see.
Like, if I were to put that into let's just say a percentage, right? Of, what is, percentage change in the matchup, I would say less than 1.
Bounty. I see.
No, it's mostly just because Storm Spirit tries to abuse melee heroes with Static Remnant, right? And you don't get to do that against the Leshrac. And anytime you walk up to try and go for a Static Remnant play, he's just gonna Lightning Storm you in the face for twice the amount of damage.
Yeah, take a look at the movement that Alone just made. I'm a little bit late on pointing it out, but he goes up into the Storm Spirit's, the jungle on the Dire side. He grabs the bounty rune to refill his bottle, but he also scouts out stacks as he does it, so he realizes he doesn't need to invade the enemy team's jungle.
Alone, he's doing another aggressive tip, but he's out of mana this time. Oh no, TP into the mid lane here from Sladen. Alone.
Yep.
You got literally no mana, sir.
Yeah, he's not going to be able to do anything here, and now he's going to lose part of a creep wave because of it.
Oh, they're actually losing Kataro top lane as Oscar just dives him under the tower. I'm sure if you noticed, but Cat-U, those mangoes, not helpful when all your spells are on cooldown. That being said, Alone still manages to kill Sabas.
Yeah, dude, they're gonna go for tonight. All right, Tombstone's gonna make it safe to back up here.
Is it?
You'd think so. All right, you can't get the soul rip off. It was a nice spear away off the cat. You, but now
He's got
Kataro's back in.
now.
Yeah, he doesn't have any points in Rocket Barrage.
Okay,
Ow.
so is he gonna go the stats build this game?
On the gyrocopter, it's a lot less popular than it used to be. He hasn't put a point in yet.
I can't imagine he's gonna put 0 points in Rocket Barrage in this lane, but maybe he will.
Maybe he just puts in another point into homing missile. The extra homing missile points aren't that useful when you're playing against an IO though. To bottom lane, Storm Spirit going into Affliction.
Yeah, Affliction came really far forward to mess with Draken there, and nice rotation from Sebas to finish him off. That being said,
he did go stats on Gyro.
Regen rune gets found here. Sladen gonna protect it for the Storm Spirit to be able to close the gap. Ends up ink swelling him to get him out, and it's gonna be alone just chasing down the Grimstroke now. Asking for the high five. Very nice.
Drops the banner on him.
Is that Arteezy?
I think so.
That's Arteezy. The
I
man's
don't have
everywhere.
my free cam set up on this computer, unfortunately. And shout out to Pythian for rigging up things to be super cool with some of the things I've been working on it with. I had to figure out how to do that to my own computer. Shout out to you as well, Jerry, who's our observer for this game.
Yeah, he's all right, you know.
Yeah.
Don't get his ego.
World-class intern.
We don't want to build his. We don't want to build his ego. If we do that, I have to pay him more, and it's like, you know.
We don't want to pay him at all.
This is the U.S., man. We don't pay people.
Bottom lane, Parker's actually putting the hurt onto Draken here. And Draken can try to turn this one back around. Blink's still on cooldown, but again, he's only at 700 HP.
Yeah, that's what they're gonna do. That's an easy kill. Very well done.
Yeah. Makes quick work of him. I mean, normally this is lane is super favorite Legion Commander, but now anti-mage up like whole level on him.
Arena comes out top lane, catches the Gyrocopter, just bonks him back into the wall, and they'll get themselves another kill. So it's looking really good for Infamous.
Yeah.
Would have been really awkward if someone would have voted for Osmium.
No. Osmium are going to be fine. They have them exactly where they want them to be. You see the cat you underneath this tower? This is exactly where he wants to be.
Okay, I see. Yes, taking notes. Exactly where he wants to be. Oscar, Michael continuing to beat down the Undying. They get the kill. Sebas comes in, though. He will be able to finish off Michael. So a nice kill for the mid lane Storm Spirit.
You'd have to rotate for that
said, I'm not sure if you've taken a look at net worth recently, but you are going to have an anti-mage problem here pretty soon. Mid lane. Onto alone. Cookies him forward. He's out. He's going to be just fine.
I would say that you already have an anti-mage problem just looking at the net worth right now. 4,000 here at 8 minutes in. The AM team with a 3K net worth advantage.
Dude, his build is sick. He has 3 points mana break.
Yeah, that is pretty wild. Draken is permanently out of mana here. You end up going 2 points to overwhelming odds as well, which I'm sure he's regretting at this point.
Yeah.
It doesn't have, you have almost no net worth. You have half the net worth of anti-mage basically right now on the Legion Commander. So no face boots means that you aren't going to trade with him very well at all.
Nah, not at all. You definitely need like the phase boots, like bracer, soul ring, and then just like hoping you have like a third point in moment of courage just to right click trade. But because anti-mage has this ring of health, like all of these trades are actually very beneficial for him because Draken just has no mana.
Yeah. He burns down his mana. You don't have that much armor to trade back with him. And now Draken's just like hiding from an anti-mage. This is not how things are supposed to go. They're gonna TP down here on Storm Spirit to try to set up a kill onto the AM, but he's already gone elsewhere.
He's gone mid.
I believe that they...
Ooh. Well, they're looking to find a kill there onto Grimstroke, but Grimstroke smelled it out thanks to this nice ward.
They're down here on 4 heroes on Osmium, and they don't connect with anything. They're just waiting here. They're wasting so much time on the map, and they're already down 4K net worth.
They're also down a tower.
They get a top tower.
The idea is they're trying to trade towers here. I think is the main thing. Like that's why Kataro's here is like he can't be top, so they just want to try. But
Alone's taking
tower,
mid at the same time as well, so they're gonna get 2 towers. You're not farming on anybody. This is actually like, oh no, you can't do this on Sebas. Okay, yeah, just gonna go back and finish off this mid tier 1.
Yeah, fortification
Like as
comes
soon
out
as
again,
Fortify
but...
comes off, yeah, he's gonna go Diabolic Edict this thing from in the trees.
Oh.
Not even from in the trees.
I mean, you have to be so careful here. You can get ran down by anybody, and they will drop the tombstone there, instantly cleaned up, but in comes the Storm Spirit trying to get on top of Parker. Mortimer Kisses gets dropped as well. You do manage to take down the Anti-Mage, but now the Arena onto 2. It's going to be 4 heroes falling on the side of Osmium as a result, and I mean, you got the Anti-Mage, Copium.
All right, at the very least, Gyrocopter's farming up. Not as fast as the AM, but he's got, what, 4,300 net worth to him.
Nice TP.
Man, Blinktaker picked him on Mars. They're going to be playing even more aggressive with this one. I'm surprised they're even going to go for this, like, classic Battle Fury build, but this is kind of going to be their recovery plan, right? If the game doesn't go their way, they still have an AM farming with his Battle Fury who has amazing timing, instead of just trying to run over the Osmium heroes.
Kataro TP top. He might go down. He's going to get pulled back for the relocate. And once again, he breaks the tether. Alone's just going to be forced to chase him, and he does end up getting the kill, but Alone's going to die for this now.
That's a decent recovery for Sebastian. Next, he's getting BKB. Okay, so that's something. Going for that Gyrocopter, definitely not worth it, but he did shut down, like, the win condition for Osmium.
They see this big ancient stack, and I'm curious as to why they like didn't just clear that up instead of like chasing Qatar. Like they could have just taken his ancient stack and pushed bottom tower.
Yeah, I think it's going to be the next move as soon as Leshrac is back up. They're going to make a movement over there, but
it's going to be too late.
Osmium
Like,
have enough time to
soon,
clear this out. Yeah, gonna stack this one more time, or at least try to. Yeah, it is rough. The Black Dragon kept on like clipping on the Ancient Thunderhide.
Oh, they come in the aggressive Arena on top of this Grimstroke. They will finally take down that Tombstone up on the high ground. You've lost the Grimstroke, but it is a trade. You take down the Snapfire on the backside. Katyu out of mana. Duel comes out on from the Legion. They take down Io. Winner goes his way, but loses life in the process. Katyu still on this big dumb zombie trying to get the D ward. Not going to get the kill though.
Yeah, but now they're going to reap the rewards, the true rewards of this.
This is what everyone was looking for. It's
yeah.
big ancient stack, and it goes all the way to Infamous.
Yeah. 7k net worth advantage here at 12 minutes. They are looking too swole to control.
Yeah, this is about as I expected this to go. Maybe it's a little bit more one-sided than I would have thought, for sure. But like this is, I didn't expect the Anti-Mage to really be pressured at all. I'm more surprised at how farmed this Mars is. I don't feel like this should have been the case. Like Oscar is doing way better than he is. I think he should have been doing.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure at this point he's just gonna like non-stop and run at the heroes on Osmium. He's setting up on the bottom lane. Like they just need someone to come with them. There's an outpost right there. Like Draken is about to die.
Yeah, there's your relocate. Oh, well, unless you miss your spear.
The arena in 8 seconds.
Okay,
all
Oscar.
Right. Your spear. Wait, Draken is sticking around too much. He's gonna blink on top of him and drop an arena on him.
They're waiting for Relo to end, and then they're just gonna kill Oscar. And I think that's exactly what he's worried about. So he's gonna make it all the way back.
All right. I stand very corrected then. Rare misplay by Oscar. Man normally owns.
Yeah, this is true.
Right.
That being said, Katyu in a little bit of trouble as Oscar, with the help of Affliction, will be able to finish him off. Almost cookies him on the cliff. That would have been very close.
Yeah. It would have been quite rough if he was on top of the cliff. I think he dies there, and that is definitely not worth it if you clip him.
Would have been quite funny,
up now on Slade and Sebas. Yeah, he's gonna try. There's no way you go for this, right? I don't think you can kill alone.
You can try, but yeah, it is not easy. Lesh has a DD rune, not like the best hero to have a DD rune, but it is like a non-insignificant amount of damage. Oscar obviously would love to use his arena, but the smoke will protect Sebas for the moment.
Yeah. I believe they scouted a lot of these heroes coming up as well, at least the Leshrac and the Io, thanks to this Observer Ward. That's just about to expire.
Oh, they go in, nice Vortex onto the Storm Spirit. He needs help and fast. It's got to come from the arena, and it will. The Mortimer Kiss is coming through, so Boss will be able to escape. Oscar had no cooldown on that spear available to pin that Storm Spirit down, so ends up just being a little bit of a miscommunication potentially, and now Draken's looking for that dual target, not going to find one. So you get
it's
Lesh.
also possible he didn't realize that Io had so little to work with there. Man doesn't have a mech this game. He had like 3 wand charges when the Storm Spirit went in on the Lesh rack. Didn't have relocate up. Obviously no Holy Lock yet. Just didn't have the tools to be able to save the Lesh. So when you feel safe with the IO behind you, but the IO doesn't have anything, it can really throw you off.
Big rotation bottom here. They want to get Parker on the anti-mage, but he's farming away from the enemy side of the map right now.
They're smoked up. If the smoke breaks,
It's going to see him on the
there
board.
it is. Yeah.
And they're TPing in on the Lesh here. I think they are realizing that they have vision to work with, and Sabas is going to be here. Can't go for the Vortex play, but he does get him with that Ink Swell, but Parker, he's still alive through it all. Sabas just gets popped instead. Yeah, that's a classic counter.
Yeah. Yeah, I was surprised that Parker went back in on that one there, but obviously the counterspell made so he couldn't throw the Vortex out right away, so Parker doesn't end up going down. They lose another 2 heroes. Gyrocopter is farming up while his team is trying to make these plays, but he's still very far behind the anti-mage. He's down like 2.5k net worth.
Yeah. Tombstone on the high ground there will prevent them from chasing Cat U, it seems.
Affliction, I mean, the missile's going for him, but he's way too far back for this to connect into anything. They got relocate still on cooldown for another 50 seconds, but looks like they want to set up down here on Gyrocopter if he goes far out enough, but he's got gamer senses, man. He's not going to go down.
He's smart. He also did see them on a ward, but...
Gamer senses.
Afflictions, Mortimer Kisses are available, so it's like certain death if you get caught in an arena right now. Unless you miss your spear, of course. But
Yeah, that's not going to happen again.
nah.
Not 2 times in a single game.
All right, smoking up here on the side of Infamous as they want to try and find themselves another pick-off. Question is, who are they going to find?
Nobody. Osmium's going to try to find them, though, because they just finished up the Blink Dagger on Draken.
Feels a little bit slow is the problem. Oh.
Yeah, don't end up connecting with the Storm Spirit either. They're gonna move through the jungle. Observer Ward will scout out Cat U here, so if he doesn't drop any wards, they're gonna find this. I'm surprised that Sebas is waiting up here under the top tier too.
I mean, maybe they could find an initiation here like they did in the last fight, but it's not easy.
come in-
Oscar is just ready
It's
and
gonna be
waiting
slow.
with this arena.
Yeah, like Cat U comes in, and the other TPs.
Oh, there
they
it
find
is.
Storm Spirit.
I don't think you have enough damage like that, though. And Affliction tries to predict them. Yeah, without committing the arena, you definitely don't have the damage to go for that kill, so...
Yeah, and you don't really want to commit an arena off onto a Storm Spirit. He's just gonna zip over the wall.
Well, Tombstone and Flesh Golem committed at least as a response for that Mortimer Kisses.
Yeah.
They get the tower anyway, and they're gonna look to just dive Caillou. They know he just has no possibility of TPing home here. No way.
Oh, Cat U, dude, this guy's way too big for you to not find. You have to be kidding me. I can't believe he gets away with this. Wait, how did he even get into these trees?
I actually am trying to figure that out myself.
Is there?
There's
Yeah, there's
just
a
a
path you can
path there
walk
in the back.
I'm just not from. Yeah, that doesn't even look like it with my default map. Definitely be playing more Dota. That is a super sick tree spot you can hide in. They dodged him for a little while here, but you know, while this is happening, anti-mage continues to farm. Once this guy gets an Eye of Scotty, I think it's just like game over.
Yeah, that's not going to take very long either. Like, Parker can just do whatever he wants. He's level 16. Like, compare that to the other heroes in this game. Like, the enemy safe laner is level 13, has like his Aghanim's Chrysalis, but he still can't farm nearly as fast as the anti-mage can. And you're losing a lot of your map here. The question is, when do they go for Roche? It looks like they're going to go for it
The answer is
now.
right now. Good call, Ricky.
Oh, they had a regen. That'll do it. I was like, I thought they were going to run out of mana, but he has regen on Lesh, so that's basically double damage for your hero.
Yeah. This makes quick work of it. With this, I'm pretty sure they hand it over to Leshrac. Certainly AM doesn't take it.
Yeah.
So it's going to allow him to sit on top of the high ground and whittle down these towers with the Diabolic Edict.
It's also just more space for Anti-Mage, because like your fights are going to be way more beneficial now on the side of Infamous, and this like 4 heroes like can fight into the 5 of Osmium no problem at all, alone. Gonna walk up onto the high ground. They are gonna be able to catch Affliction right away to start the fight. There's gonna be a nice arena here. Duel onto 2. But he's gonna get tethered out here on that reload, and the question is, can they actually turn this fight around alone? Like we said, still has the Aegis. Parker is getting to join the fight here, but has to consider they don't have this high ground vision really to work with. Oscar just runs up anyway, and Parker's gonna follow him, trying to stay on top of the gyrocopter. He's out of mana, slowed down. There's the Void. He falls. Catyu's gonna be second. They take down the Tombstone. It's just nothing going their way.
No, it feels like they can't find any of this stuff. I mean, Age is still available as well, so nothing can slow them down from taking these tier 3 towers. I'm pretty sure they can just walk up the high ground here. Fortify is on cooldown.
It shows how far ahead you are when you get a duel onto the Lesh and he is completely isolated from the rest of his team. Like they were not close. They still didn't feel confident enough in going on him.
Yeah. I don't feel confident enough to walk up the high ground, actually. Crazy. I'm almost certain that they would.
Parker wants more items, you know?
I suppose. I guess the Eye of Scotty is a pretty big deal. It does give Gyrocopter the chance to get more, though. He's just going straight damage, by the way.
Oh, he's going
straight
Lincoln's. Ah, yes. Okay, I'm happy. I literally said this earlier. I was like, he just needs a Lincoln Sphere. And
yeah, he's going for it.
Yeah, he's going to go for it. Right in the draft, I was like, the only thing that he needs to buy this game defensively is a Lincoln's. Everything else is like, he doesn't need BKB. He just gets a Lincoln's, and then he shouldn't ever die. And this is it. I mean, he's only got 1 death so far. He's 4-1-1, but
very sad.
You know, should be a pretty chill game from here on out for him. Top lane Arena is gonna find Kataro with the reload.
Yeah, but they're setting up on the look at Sebas down at bottom. Oh my god! They got God. He's so far from his team as well. He's gonna come back with the Aegis. Do they run away here? Do they try to take this fight? They're gonna try and take it.
I think you can. Like, I actually don't know if you can kill this Leshrac twice.
Oh my god, that was such a big brain play.
They're like, all right, guys, we gotta drop everything we've got.
He just loaded up static grubnets on the 2 of them when they relocated back in. So that's your Aegis gone. You lost the Eye as well. They go pretty far here on Oscar. The Fortify to get the tower plaque on these heroes as well. They might be able to take this fight. All right, Oscar's gonna live.
Nah, Anti-Mage is too strong, man. They're looking for more in the trees. Mana Void just pops them. Double kill for the AM. Now level 20s. He gets that blink cast range.
All right, that was a very funny play there by Sebas, I gotta say. Not a good casting moment, though. No one wants to hear me laughing over the plays that are happening.
It was quite funny.
Huge brain on
it
this
was
guy.
worth.
Yeah.
You know, we need one. We need one of those. Osmium needs one of those. You know, they're struggling.
Yeah.
Gotta have a good laugh every once in a while. You know.
Yeah. All right. I have Scotty's being worked on now. I really don't see Parker going down. I mean, if it was him who got relocated back down there, I'm pretty sure he just gets out. Definitely once he's got the Eye of Scotty, he's gonna have way too much HP for you to burn through. All right. They're still pretty hard grouped up on the side of Osmium. They changed his mind on Gyrocopter, by the way.
Oh, Oscar? Instant BKBs. They find Catyu. He gets a Tombstone off onto the high ground.
Tombstone is going to do work.
They've got to, yeah, they've got to bring that down. Kataro will just TP home. He's going to be safe. The duel will find the kill there onto the IO. And like you said, the Tombstone starting to do work. Meanwhile, Parker is just kind of focusing on the mid lane instead. Alone does have this haste rune to continue chasing people down. He's going to find Slayton in the trees. Nicely done. Parker, carry contribution as he secures the kill, quote unquote secures the kill. And Anti-Mage, will he chase for more? Absolutely. Okay, he doesn't get the kill though.
Yeah.
If he had the other 20 talent, I think that's a kill.
Yeah. But they do end up losing here. I thought the Tombstone would do a little bit more up on the high ground, but Leshrac does have this Shiva's guard, so didn't take too much damage from these things. Now they're cleaning up the Raxes here. 21k net worth advantage. They're doing their best to try and hold on Osmium, but they're trying to climb a mountain here.
Dude, I don't know what you can do at this point. It is looking very rough. Like, I don't know how you ever kill this anti-mage, realistically.
Yeah, I mean, he's itemized so well for this one. He changed his bind from the JS to the gyrocopter. It's the thing I was trying to touch on before, and now he's going over for the silver edge. But even with this, I don't see you turning these fights around. Like, you're either going to melt to the Leshrac without a BKB, or the anti-mage is going to dodge you. Like, everything needs to go so perfectly for this build to work out when you're this far behind. We're approaching the 1,000 net worth a minute mark advantage for Infamous this year. Blade Mail's been done on the Legion Commander. I was talking about this one as well. Like, potentially it could set up a kill onto Leshrac with this one, and he's not gone a BKB, so it's possible, but the stars need to align these team fights for you.
I mean, the Blade Mail is the only way to actually kill the anti-mage, unironically. It's like, he's the only one who can kill anti-mage is himself at this point, so. It would be the hands of the Blade Mail. But you're still dealing with the Lincoln Sphere, and it's one of the things that makes this item build so good.
Yeah, they see AM under the ward right now. And they're positioning in such a way where I think they're considering jumping on him. They actually... they got
Gyro went the other way. They were not prepared. Oh, wait a minute. They're like, we don't have detection, but we see the gyro because he's...
Yeah. Is Oscar going to go for this?
I don't think.
Yeah. They're waiting for anti-mage to like split push up here in the top lane. They're hoping they can catch him out by himself. But he is with the rest of his team right now. Like, they saw him up and around here earlier. So they're going to play around this observer ward. I mean, maybe if one person separates from the group and reveals himself underneath this observer, they can take this. But if they're paying close attention, yeah, they were. They see how fast that outpost gets taken, even underneath smoke, so they're going to know the majority of the team is up here.
Taro hiding the silver edge. Draken's going to go and get the duel onto the IO. Oh, quick pick off for them. A little bit of dual damage from the Legion as well. Does not hurt.
Yeah. I was going to back off after that one. I don't think Infamous are super keen on taking the team fight without the IO, and you did end up going through the majority of your mana there on the Storm.
Oh, they find Kataro bottom, and he's just instantly dead. That's the lack of BKB coming through against the Mars. And Parker, again, turning his attention towards the objectives, which is the enemy mid lane tower. Quick dodge on the Storm Spirit, turns his attention over to Cat U bottom, but the slow from that Flesh Golem, actually, that's pretty nuts.
Yeah. A lot more than the slow that I have Scotty did end up getting nerfed, so it's 20% slow off in the melee heroes.
Oh, Scotty's not percentage anymore, isn't it? Isn't it? Oh, it is percentage. It was just lack. They just didn't put the percent sign in the patch notes. Okay, good stuff. I thought they were changing it from percentage to flat, and I was like, that's a massive change. I can't believe no one's talking about this, but apparently it's just lack of punctuation.
Minor spelling and grammar mistakes. I win. Thank you, Valve. Oh, Psychic Headband dropped. Come on, Michael. Yeah. Okay, we're good. He's gonna head back to his team with that one. So potentially waiting on this next Roche for Infamous. You're winning hard already. Why not win even harder? It's not like they're in a rush to close this one out.
So they lose more attack speed, but less movement speed now. Interesting.
Yes.
Bottom lane, they found Kataro once again. No arena quite yet, but in comes the rest of the team. I don't know if you can actually stand your ground here. There's gonna be the duel, but yeah, the damage ends up going in the favor of the Leshrac here. The reload's about to expire, but he ends up dying at the very end. There's the arena like we were talking about, Oscar. Setting this one up for his boy Parker to come in and clean up alone. And deciding to have some fun left at the end of the fight. All 5 heroes dead. I feel like this one's got to be a GG here soon. I don't know what else. I don't know what else you can do at this point.
They've got buyback on 2. They don't have the gold to buy back on the Storm Spirit, unfortunately, but I'm pretty sure they just close it out and try to take tier 4s. The respawn timers are pretty low on these heroes, so they're going to be back up to take one more fight at the very least, and Leshrac isn't going to be able to join them because his HP was too low.
That is
so
true.
Osmium get the option of one more fight if they don't GG out. Fortify will buy them a couple seconds as well.
Doesn't look like Infamous is going to give it to him.
They were so close to getting alone, though. Like, at the very least, there's a massive bounty if they could take him down, but they only managed to get the IO.
Dude, Affliction has a Silver Edge. He has Silver Edge now going Deso.
I didn't even notice this. What the hell am I watching, man?
This dude's trying to do the carry build, man. He just wants to have some fun.
Absolutely not. Not in my game. Hey, you actually crit off of the little shredder.
Good stuff. Good
I didn't
stuff.
realize that. Yeah, I guess it just hard locks your damage.
All right. Magus and Shard gonna be picked up there. Was the way of Alone's Leshrac. They actually smoke bottom. They might find Oscar. Rather, Oscar, he's gonna look for Kataro. There's the arena, the spear, the reload on in. Kataro goes down. Savas here with friends trying to punish this. The question is, can they? They might be able to take down the... dude, he's just surviving through it all. The duel comes out. He finally dies, but the split earth ends up stunning up two. He's trying to disengage here on Sabas. Will he make it? No, it's a rampage for the Leshrac.
Yeah, and that might do it. I mean, they didn't end up surrendering before, but there it is.
Yeah.
The emotional damage coming out after the rampage comes. 39k net with advantage here at only 31 minutes in the game. Infamous gave him the beatdown here.
Well played, Parker. We get, I mean...
the only person that Alone respects.
I think Alone's kind of like, yeah, you know, you didn't really do anything this game, but, you know, if we needed you. Nah, I mean, he actually played really good on the anti-mage. Phenomenal performance in game 2 here from Infamous. I mean, this one was a beatdown. Game 1 was a little bit back and forth, but I thought Osmium had a much better draft then. So it just seemed that Infamous managed to pull things back together. Great itemization from them again in this game. And yeah, good stuff.
Unfortunately, both of us were wrong. He didn't end up building 3 or 5 null talismans. It was 2 on the Storm Spirit this game. Oh, fancy that.
That's why I lost.
They should have gone for more null talismans.
Yeah, the play not to lose strategy. Yeah, the play not to lose strategy. Just build 4 or 5 null talismans, and it's much more difficult to push high ground. Granted, it kind of just seemed like Infamous just killed you anywhere on the map thanks to the reload. And that is one of the things that just makes IO so good. And like Oscar just sees a hero and is like, I'm going to blink arena them. We have a reload to follow it up with a Leshrac. So always plenty of damage to dump in to that arena. It's just really well played. Like Infamous, just their map movements were super sick.
Yeah, they had a pretty big advantage from early on in the game as well. They got themselves, like a 3k net worth advantage here at 7 minutes. And then is again found kill after kill off an Osmium. Never gave him a chance to come back into this one. Kind of unfortunate. Maybe if the lanes had gone better from Osmium, they would have scaled better into late game. But Kitaro constantly on the back foot. Legion Commander losing to AM, I think, really threw everything off because the whole point of picking that hero is like it's not as strong of an offlaner, but you're supposed to shut down the AM in lane. When that doesn't end up happening, it made the game super easy for Infamous. We see things tied up 1-1.
Yeah, that was a sick one. Great way to start the day. Very exciting series. Now, we may have an interview here in just a little bit, but we will be going to a short break. We've got another series coming up after this, which is going to be the Cut versus Dog Champ. Should be a very fun game. But if we have an interview, stay tuned. We'll be back in just a short bit. See y'all soon.